Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Berkeley County Board of Education meeting this Tuesday, June 12th, 2018. I call this meeting to order. I declare a quorum is present and the media has been notified. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion by Ms. Conder, a second by Mr. Wright to approve the agenda. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Nay. The agenda is approved. We'll now entertain a motion to enter into executive session.
So moved, Madam Chairman.
Second.
There's a motion by Ms. Conder, a second by Mr. Wright, to enter into executive session for the stated reason of a discussion of a contractual matter for Fox Bank Elementary construction, discussion of the pending employment matters to include the appointment of administrators, a student course exemption request, 21 student attendance appeals, and 1 student expulsion appeal. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. We are in executive session. A second by Mr. Wright to return to regular session. I'd like to state for the record that no action was taken in executive session. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Nay. We are in regular session. Now please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll now move on to Agenda Item 3B, approval of the minutes from the regular meeting on May 22nd, 2018. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion by Ms. Conder, a second by Mr. Wright. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. The minutes are approved. We do not have any citizen comments tonight, so we'll move past Agenda Item 4A. We'll now move on for action as required from executive session.
Madam Chairman, I move that we approve the attendance appeal for students number 1, 2, and 3.
Second, there's a motion by Ms. Conder, a second by Wofford, to approve the attendance appeals of students 1, 2, and 3. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. Motion carries. We'll now hear students 4 and 5.
Madam Chairman, I move that we approve the appeal for students 4 and 5.
Second.
There's a motion by Ms. Conder, a second by Ms. Kelly, to approve the attendance appeals of students 4 and 5. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. Motion carries. We'll now hear students 6 and 7.
Madam Chair, I move that we deny the appeal for students 6 and 7.
Second.
There's a motion by Ms. Lee, a second by Mr. Wright, to deny the appeals of students 6 and 7. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay.
Nay.
Student number 8.
Madam Chair, I move that we deny the appeal for student number 8.
Second.
There's a motion by Ms. Lee, a second by Mr. Wright, to deny the appeal of student number 8. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Nay.
Nay.
Motion carries. Students 9 and 10.
Madam Chair, I move that we deny the appeals for students 9 and 10.
Second.
There's a motion by Ms. Lee, a second by Mr. Wright to deny the appeals of students 9 and 10. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Student number 11.
Madam Chairman, I move that we approve the appeal for student number 11.
Second. There's a motion by Ms. Conder, a second by Wofford to approve the appeal of student number 11. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
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 Said nay.
So we're 3-3.
3-3. Student will have to be held over. That motion doesn't pass. Student number 12.
Madam Chairman, I move that we approve the appeal for student number 12.
Second.
There's a motion by Ms. Conder, a second by Ms. Kelly to approve the appeal of student number 12. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Nay.
The motion ties. That student will be carried over to the next meeting. Students 13 and 14.
Madam Chairman, I move that we approve the appeals of number 13 and 14.
Second. There's a motion by Ms. Conder, a second by Wofford to approve the appeal. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Student number 15.
Madam Chairman, I move that we approve the appeal of student number 15.
Second.
There's a motion by Ms. Conder, a second by Ms. Kelly to approve the appeal of student number 15. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Nay.
Motion carries. Student number 16.
Madam Chair, I move that we deny the appeal for student 16.
Second.
There's a motion by Ms. Lee, a second by Mr. Wright to deny the appeal of student number 16. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Nay.
Motion carries. Students 17, 18, and 19 will be heard together.
Madam Chairman, I move that we approve the appeals of student numbers 17, 18, and 19.
Second.
There's a motion by Ms. Conder, a second by Ms. Kelly to approve the appeals of students 17, 18, and 19. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The motion carries. Student number 20.
Madam Chair, I move that we approve the appeal for student number 20.
Second.
There's a motion by Ms. Lee, a second by Ms. Conder to approve the appeal of student number 20. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Nay.
Motion carries. Student number 21.
Madam Chair, I move that we deny the appeal for student number 21.
Second.
There's a motion by Ms. Lee, a second by Mr. Barrow to deny the appeal of student number 21. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Nay.
Motion carries. We'll now hear the expulsion appeal of student number 1. I move that we approve the appeal and assign the student to the Berkeley Alternative School.
Second.
There's a motion by Wofford, a second by Ms. Conder to approve the appeal and assign the child to the Berkeley Alternative School. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Nay.
Motion carries. We'll now move on to the appointment of administrators.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to accept the recommendation of the administration to name Dr. Dawn Smith as the new principal for Berkeley Middle College with a contract to take effect July 1st, 2018.
Second, There's a motion by Ms. Kelly, a second by Wofford, to accept the recommendation of the administration to name Dr. Dawn Smith as the new principal for Berkeley Middle College with a contract to take effect July 1st, 2018. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay.
Please stand up.
We are so excited for you to be taking the reins at Berkeley Middle College and all the great things there are to come. So congratulations. The next recommendation.
Madam Chair, I move that we accept the recommendation of the administration to name Mrs. Jennifer Bowen as the coordinator of federal and state programs with a contract to take effect July 1st, 2018.
Second.
There's a motion by Ms. Lee, a second by Mr. Barrow, to accept the recommendation of the administration to name Ms. Jennifer Bowen as the coordinator of federal and state programs with a contract to take effect July 1st, 2018. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Congratulations. Thank you for taking on this new role. I know that dealing with federal and state programs are challenging, but thank you for accepting the challenge. Is there any other action as required from executive session?
Madam Chair, I'll make a motion if you'd like me to do that.
That'll be excellent.
Okay. Madam Chair, I make a motion that we approve the student course exemption request for the student that we discussed in executive session.
Second.
There's a motion by Mr. Barrow, a second by Ms. Conder, to approve the student course exemption request as discussed in executive session. Is there any additional discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We will now recess the meeting of the full board to move into the meeting of the Academics and Innovation Committee. Before we go into that recess, I would like to say we will not be able to convene Finance Committee tonight. We do not have a quorum of Finance Committee meetings. Members, we will post a new meeting for Finance Committee likely next week at the same bat time on the same bat channel, probably next Tuesday night, but we will work through that and post it in the appropriate channels. But if you're waiting for Finance and Human Resources, we will not hear that committee tonight. So that being said, I will now recess for Ms. Conder for Academics and Innovation.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Okay, I'm calling the Committee on Academics and Innovation to order. I declare there is a quorum of committee members, Ms. Lee and Mr. Barrow present, as well as myself, and note that the media has been given proper notice pursuant to the Freedom of Information Act. The first agenda item is Head Start budget expenditures reports for March 2018 and April 2018, Head Start credit card reports for March 2018 and April 2018, draft 2018 to 2019 Head Start academic calendars, and the 2018-2019 Head Start transportation waiver. Dr. Kevin O'Gorman, you are recognized.
Thank you, Ms. Conder, members of the board, ladies and gentlemen. With Item number 2A, you have those documents before you. I've not had any questions since they were submitted online. Therefore, I ask that you approve the Head Start budget expenditure reports for March 2018 and April 2018, Head Start credit card reports for March 18 and April 18, the draft 18-19 Head Start academic calendars, and the 2018-19 Head Start transportation waiver.
Madam Chair, I move that we approve the Head Start items in Agenda Item 2A.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Ms. Lee and a second by Mr. Barrow to approve the Head Start budget expenditure reports for March and April 2018, Head Start credit card reports for March and April 2018, draft 2018-2019 Head Start academic calendars, and the 2018-2019 Head Start transportation waiver. Do we have any discussion? We'll now call the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The motion is approved by a vote of 3-0. Okay, second agenda item in the Head Start is the Head Start 2018 cost of living adjustment. Dr. O'Gorman, you are again recognized.
Thank you. It looks like there's an increase in Head Start budgets, and we have the opportunity to ask for a cost of living adjustment for 2.6% increase. We need your approval. We've also had the approval of the Head Start Advisory Board to submit that application. Very short turnaround time. This letter was dated May 18th, and we have a deadline of June 18th to ask for this money. It's just over $110,000. With that said, I would ask that you approve the 2018 cost of living adjustment increase for Head Start.
Do I have a motion? I'll move to approve the Head Start 2018 cost of living adjustment as presented. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Do we have any discussion?
I just have one question, Dr. O'Gorman. This is a federal program from federal funds.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't impact the local funding.
No, sir. There's one employee out of a couple of hundred that serves students with special needs in that program, which is minimal.
Doesn't require any action from the board in terms of any budgetary items.
No, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. We'll now call the question. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The motion is approved by a vote of 3-0. Third agenda item is a Band 1 for PE waiver request. Dr. O'Gorman, you are again recognized.
Going to ask Dr. McLaren to come forward. She's taking the lead on that waiver application.
Good evening, Madam Chair, Dr. Ingram, members of the board. Recently, South Carolina legislation was passed that allows the band to be counted as the PE credit for graduation. The State Department then passed rules that declared that we would have to apply for a waiver in order for band to count as PE. That waiver request has to be into the State Department by June 15th, and we need your approval prior to that for us to be able to submit the waiver. We have to submit a scope and sequence on how we will include all the standards, and you have received a copy of that. So at this time, we are asking that you approve the Band 1 for PE waiver request to the State Department of Education as submitted by administration, so schools will have that option.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
I move that we accept the Band 1 for PE waiver request as presented.
Okay. Second? I seconded that. Is there any discussion?
Just a question of clarification. The PE waiver, does this also require us to get an exemption for JROTC, or is that implied and already a part of the policy?
It is separate, and they did not touch ROTC at all, so we will continue ROTC as we have.
So the band exemption is the only stipulated exception.
It is, and it is specific to high school band because we do not have permission for middle school band.
So they can
to
still
be PE
take
yet.
ROTC and get that PE credit.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
They are served through the PE teacher
Without an
for the health
exemption.
component.
All right, thank you.
Correct.
I have a question. In PE class, they also have a health component in the high school as well. Are the students still required to take the health component?
They will have to take the half credit health class. Still, there's no way physically possible to incorporate all of those health requirements and cover the music requirements and cover the PE requirements as a whole. So those students would still be taking the half credit health class in order to meet all legislative requirements.
Now, is this all band or is it just marching band?
It is band 1, which is marching band.
Okay.
We have multiple levels of band. The music teachers were very strong in talking to us about not being able to incorporate PE requirements above band 1 because of the level of music that they're trying to accomplish. So our waiver that we're requesting is specific to the band 1 course.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other discussion? We'll now call the question. All those in favor respond by saying aye.
Aye.
All those who are opposed respond by saying nay. The motion is approved.
Thank you.
Okay, fourth agenda item is 2018-19 Berkeley County School District Adoption of State Textbooks. Second reading. Dr. O'Gorman, you are now recognized.
Thank you. Since our first reading for the textbooks for law education and middle school Spanish, I've not had any questions or concerns from board members. Therefore, I recommend that the committee approve the recommended books selected by teachers from each high school as presented for second reading.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion to approve the committee recommended books selected by teachers from each high school as presented for second reading.
Second. Okay.
Aye.
Is there any discussion? These are the Spanish textbooks.
Middle school, yes.
Okay. Any other discussion? All those in favor respond by saying aye. Aye. All of those who are opposed respond by saying nay. The motion is approved. Fifth agenda item is the 2018-2019 Berkeley County School District Adoption of State Textbooks. First reading. Dr. O'Gorman, you are again recognized.
Thank you. Stratford has added astronomy to their programs of study for the 18-19 school year. Astronomy hasn't been taught in the district for quite some time. This textbook was actually up for adoption back in 2011. It was the Foundations of Astronomy, but it was the 11th edition. This is Stringent Learning, The publishers at that time, you know how publishers are combined and fall apart and come back together again. So the publisher is a little bit different. The edition is different, but we're bringing this textbook back before the board. It is pretty much the same book that was around back in 2011. So we are putting that before you tonight to approve for first reading.
Do we have a motion?
I move that we approve the 2018-2019 BCSD adoption of state textbook first reading.
I'll second. Is there any discussion?
Just a question, Dr. Gorman. Were there any other books available for the teacher to select from?
There are two, my understanding is there are currently two textbooks that are available. Our science coordinator, Ms. Boyd, reviewed both of them. The current one up for adoption has an online version as well as the hard copy. We have a copy in the back of the room. The other one was not as user-friendly by the teachers and did not have an online version.
So this was by far and away probably the best choice.
Correct. And we provided the online version to the teacher that's going to be teaching the course, the only one that's teaching that course, to review.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? We'll now call the question. All those in favor respond by saying aye.
Aye.
All those who are opposed respond by saying nay. Motion carries.
Thank you.
At this time, I will entertain a motion to adjourn this committee meeting so that the Finance and Human, so that we can continue on.
Yeah, we're going to go out of recess. Yeah.
I move
Okay.
that we adjourn.
Second.
So moved.
So we'll now re-adjourn the full board meeting because we do have two time-sensitive topics. So we need to hear the recommendations from the Academics and Innovation Committee report for the Head Start cost of living increase application and the Band 1 PE waiver.
I've got them. Wait 1 second. Madam Chairman, I move to approve the Head Start 2018 cost of living adjustment as it was presented in our meeting.
We have a recommendation from the committee chair, or from the committee. No second is required. Is there any additional discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The motion carries.
For the Band 1?
Yes.
Okay. Madam Chairman, I move for the board to approve the Band 1 for PE waiver request to the State Department of Education as submitted by administration.
We have a recommendation from the committee. No second is required. Is there any additional discussion about Band 1 as PE? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. That concludes the committee report for Academics and Innovation. We'll now move on to agenda item 8A. Dr. Ingram.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and board members, staff, members of the audience. I want to thank everybody for participating and attending our recent graduation ceremonies. It's quite an honor. We graduated 2,116 students, and I would like to point out Berkeley County School District awarded 222 honors diplomas, several millions of dollars in scholarships won, and we certainly are wishing our seniors well and obviously welcome them back anytime. Just because they are now alumni does not mean that they're not part of our family. Last Thursday evening, we held a community meeting for the principal's selection at Hanahan High School. We had a good turnout. Conversation was really good. And what emanated from that, we'll actually have a student representative on the first round of interviews, which begin, I believe, Thursday. Tomorrow. Wednesday, losing what day of the week it is. Last night, we had a similar community meeting at Cross High School for the selection of their principal. Again, the turnout was very good, and we will have a student on board for that selection coming up really soon. Tomorrow night, we'll be holding a community meeting for the selection of the new principal at Westview Primary. So we're moving along quite a quick pace to get these positions filled. I would like to point out that the Berkeley High tennis court renovation is scheduled to begin around the last week of June. We're trying to speed them up if we can get the rain to stop, and we're on top of that one. Summer hours do begin this week. Central Services hours are Monday through Thursday, beginning at 7:30 a.m., and we will conclude our workday at 5 p.m. And I do have a reminder for everyone. The public hearing for the 2018-19 budget will be held just prior to our next scheduled board meeting at 5 p.m. on June 26th. That's 5 p.m. June 26th. The public hearing for the 2018-19 budget. Our staff's been hard at work. There's still some unanswered questions from the state level, but we will give you our very best projections and adjust accordingly once the state budget is finalized. Madam Chair, board members, audience, that concludes my report for the evening.
Thank you so much. I do want to extend my apologies for all the people who prepared for the Finance Committee. We had someone unexpectedly not be able to attend, so I apologize for that. We'll get that rescheduled. That being said, we bring to the end of our agenda. I will now entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved, Madam Chair.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Wright, a second by Ms. Conder. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. We are adjourned.